Yo, YouTube, what is good? We are back with another video. Today, we are reacting to cheapest African street food, Ghana's giant outdoor market. Let's see what Africa has to offer.
This fried bread right here costs 40 cents, and this beef stew costs only $1.50. Right now, we're in West Africa's biggest market. It's called Makola, and they have some of the cheapest street food you'll find anywhere in Africa.
The cheapest street food.
I'm here in search of Africa's most extreme street food.
Is this a pretty gamey dish?
Food that's also extremely affordable.
This is going for less than $1.
Wow.
And by the end of this video, after the sun goes down,
This is every food from Ghana.
we'll hunt down a food you can only find in the dead of night.
Is that a pretty prized part? The whole face?
But first, butts. Turkey butts, or should I say turkey tails, a food that's actually illegal in Ghana. To spot someone selling it, you need a sharp eye. Here, illegal or not, the food is always on the march, constantly in motion, skillfully carried on the heads of these hawkers, always moving, appearing, then disappearing in a flash. Luckily, I'm with Chi Chi, a social media personality,
Chi-Chi?
restaurant
From Dragon Ball Z?
owner, and a food lover who can sniff out any hidden treat here in Ghana.
We're starting our tour with a food that's illegal.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, there's a woman here with a glass case proudly and clearly displaying turkey tails to the world.
Yeah.
How does that work?
It's a delicacy in Ghana. We call it
Turkey
chofi
tail.
because of it being turkey tails, and actually it has so much fat. So it's banned. But people still eat it in public and no one gets arrested. So
In 1999, the government declared all poultry products
Damn, it's
above
illegal. Nobody getting
15%
arrested,
fat
so
to
let's
be
just keep
banned.
doing it.
Meanwhile, turkey tails consist of nearly 45% fat, but rules that aren't enforced aren't always followed.
Are you happy that it's illegal so it scares away your competition from also selling turkey tails?
Now, the turkey tail is a forbidden food with the scarlet letter F, one that this woman turns into golden treasures that dozens dine on daily.
yeah.
So it's good that it's illegal. I mean, it's good for business.
It's good for business.
Let's go for it.
Yeah, 'cause everybody
Oh, I feel
wants it.
naughty. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh yeah, some part of it tastes like greasy fried chicken. It's very oily. It's almost just pure fat with skin on the outside that's been fried, so it's a little bit crispy or more tough than the rest of the bite. I like that. Are you making this at home?
She says she makes it at home.
Tell me a little bit about this preparation.
First, you blend habanero peppers, garlic, onion, ginger, and steam it all together. And after, you deep fry it.
Super simple, straightforward, and illegal. This is Makola Market, right?
This is where everything happens.
Makola
and it's
Market.
so busy. If you come to Ghana and you don't visit Makola, you didn't see what the central part of Ghana is all about.
Located in the heart of Ghana's bustling capital of Accra, you'll find
Hey, boy, that boy
Makola,
looking
one
like-
of West Africa's biggest open-air markets.
Put that
From
camera
the crack
down.
of dawn until the sun sets, this place hums with the rhythm of commercial activity and trade, teeming with energy, colors,
Hey,
and sounds.
leave out there and everything.
Generously offering an overwhelming sensory overload at every turn.
It's the place you can get anything you can think of. When you look around, you can see clothes, you can see sports stuff, you can see saucepans, you can see food, and everything is on a wholesale price here.
Today we're here for the food. What can we expect to find?
You can find a wide variety of things. From kenke, which is made from kondo, to
Kenke.
jollof rice, to TZ, to beans. We call it gobe.
The street food scene here is where convenience meets complexity. You'll find everything from head-carried delights all the way to proper food stalls, serving up more intricate dishes that demand time, attention, and love. Like this, an iconic hand-eaten stew where every bit of the cow's remnants are brought to life.
Slimy.
This part we call the towel.
But then what's this? The bathroom rug?
We'll be trying it soon. But first, Ghanaian gasoline, a calorie bomb that fuels locals for just pennies. And this time, it's actually legal.
First of all, the name is unique. It's a combination of letters and a number.
Yes.
It combines gari, oil, beans, and egg. And yes, the name is an acronym derived from its key ingredients.
Okay, we skipped over the gari part. Who's that guy?
It's crispy cassava, like cassava flakes. It makes it much more heavier and condensed. So when you add the gari, trust me,
Oh,
you can
gari.
go hours and you still feel full up.
You ever eat this before clubbing?
Here's how it's made. Soak beans overnight and boil until they soften
I don't
up.
see
You know
no
what kind of
gloves
beans
now.
these are?
Black eye.
Like eyed peas?
Yeah.
Like the band?
Dish up the beans, then the gari. Then add palm
know how we
oil
washing
and
our
mix it all
hands.
together.
We can pick on India, folks. Now, let's keep the same energy now. Come on now.
Now for the toppings. At least one hard-boiled egg is a must. But if you need more fuel, there's nothing wrong with adding some slices of fried plantain. Now that looks delicious, but before we try it, a quick word from the sponsor of this video, BetterHelp.
All right,
Okay.
my creative people,
Paying
let's talk about
bills.
something that we all hate, that we also all experience. I'm talking about
We're paying bills for real.
All right, so listen up. State Farm was trying to charge
Another
me
ad.
$197 for car
It's
insurance.
crazy.
No, thank you.
beany, starchy, just like a thick bean gravy. And the flakes do make it feel more thick.
Yeah.
I think it's also just adding more
Yeah.
nourishment.
You can have a bit of the plantain.
Some sweet plantain to go with that more like savory, heavy bean.
Yeah.
Cheers. That's good. And we have some egg.
We love eggs.
All right, egg's good. But I think the sweet plantain mixed with some of that savory, super heavy bean with the oil in there too, it's a nice combination. So far, we've just had barely a taste of Ghanaian food. But I guess my
Beans
big
and all
question,
that,
as
you
we're getting
definitely
into the
going to the
day,
restaurant
is
a lot.
how is Ghanaian food different from other countries?
Ghanaian
Not a
food
type
to
of
me
dish
is
that
so
will,
broad and so
that I would
versatile
eat.
that it's unending. Because of the number of regions we have 16 now, that is different cultural groups, and each ethnicity has a different kind of food that goes on. But one thing I can say is Ghanaian food is highly dominated of carbs. Let's say 60% of the food being carbs. If you feed a Ghanaian and the carbs are missing or there's not a lot on the plate, then something is missing.
The varied staple carbohydrates of Ghana include beans, cassava, plantains, yams, corn flour, and rice.
We like our food spicy. We want to taste the flavors of the spice. You wouldn't have a soup or a stew in Ghana where ginger, garlic, or onion is missing. No way.
With a sprawling coastline, fish is a big deal in Accra, making a splash as the top protein, alongside chicken, beef, and sometimes snails.
That is massive, especially for a land snail.
But we'll get to that on a different
What?
episode. Next up, a meal that's oozing with flavor. It's sometimes slimy, and it's always a hands-on experience.
I noticed immediately we don't have any cutlery.
This is a cutlery. S-P-O-O-N. Spoon.
Nice.
If you get lost in the right alley of Makola Market, you may stumble upon Haja Habiba's shop where they're serving this.
This actually is one of my favorite food. This is Tizet, but the actual name is Tuozafi, mostly eaten at the northern parts of Ghana. It's an experience. I can't wait for you to try it.
Don't try to resist.
Tuzafi is made from three main components. First, the base. Mix corn flour with water until it becomes a new creature. Then add in boiling water and stir constantly until smooth and velvety. Gradually, add in a mixture of corn flour and cassava flour to the boiling pot.
You know,
Look like
around
mashed
Africa,
potatoes.
there's many different types of carbs made from maize. If you go to Tanzania, they call it ugali, and there it's much more thick. Here, this is much more velvety, almost like silky.
It's because of the way it's processed. Because what we don't want our Tuozafi to be is lumpy.
Now for the green sauce.
It's called ayoyo.
That's actually the local name of the leaves the sauce is made from, more commonly known as jute leaves. Chop and boil them with onions. Add salt, fish powder, and dawa dawa. Simmer and stir until
Dawa
soft
dawa.
and slimy.
No.
The third and final component is the protein stew, a bold blend of flavors including tomato paste, onions, peppers, garlic, ginger, salt, and your choice of protein. But if you're at this stall, it's gonna be beef organs. Assemble the dish and it's ready to eat.
Is this a pretty gamey dish? Smells good. Should I take my watch off?
No.
I'm such a messy eater.
No, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Take a little bit of it
Oh, just a
and
little bit.
mix it up
Oh.
with all the soup and stuff like that. Good. Yeah,
Oh, it's
pass it
really
around.
slimy,
Turn it
but-
around. You see, you lose the slime while you turn it
Oh,
around.
yeah, that's a good idea.
Good. Now let's go.
All right,
It's so slimy, but it's like I kind of been very interested in trying, you know, African style food, Nigerian food. Like this is, I mean, Nigeria and Africa is totally different, but I'm just saying that it's almost like the mashed potato type texture, or whatever that is, that they scoop up, and yeah, I always wanted to try that.
cheers. Oh, Oh, that's good.
I
It's
know
such a
that's
deep
busting
flavor.
with a lot of
Spicy.
flavors.
There's something
Gotta
there
be a
that
lot of
tastes
flavors
charred
in
or
it.
burned.
It's habanero pepper.
That's good. This is such a new food for me. I don't know what to compare this to except for maybe a finely mashed potato.
See?
There's something that tastes very savory. It tastes smoky.
It could be dry fish.
That's what it is.
And they use fish powder for the stew beans.
Wow. You know, the Vietnamese have fish sauce. Here, the smoked fish, when it gets concentrated and then put into the stew, it adds so much flavor. All right, enough talk about that. Let's get into these organs. I got a lot of stomach.
This part we call the towel. It feels like a towel.
Oh,
What is
I have the
that?
liver.
You want some towel?
Cheers.
That's pretty good. I gotta say, I'm very impressed. How long do you think they cook the stew with that stomach? Because it's so soft now. I mean, it's a little bit chewy, but it's not too
You know,
chewy.
in the total of this can be close to 120 minutes.
It's so good. I'm not even talking shit. When I'm eating this part of the animal, honestly, it's 50-50 that it's gonna be good. And it depends on usually the preparation. Here, they absolutely know what they're doing. Do you know how much this costs?
This
Yeah,
is
they gotta be
$1.5
like-
approximately.
That's wild. That's so insanely affordable.
They
So
got to
you're doing
keep that in
social
the pot
media,
for a little minute, dog.
And you own a restaurant.
Yes.
Which one is more fun?
Oh, this is hard. I'll say the one that I talk about food because it's not just my food, but what other people cook as well. Because once it's good food, I want to talk about it.
From a determined childhood dream to a thriving reality today, Chi-Chi's going strong, running 3 restaurants with a thriving catering service at the same time. But now, her sights are set on an even bigger mission, putting Ghanaian food on the world map.
How well does the street food of Ghana represent the food of Ghana in general?
I mean, food is an art. There's no one way to food. But if you want the indigenous way it's done and how it's been preserved over the years, then street food is a reliable place.
The indigenous way is done.
Hi.
Experience.
Hi.
So we've left one market, we've come to another. Right here we have what looks like an egg sandwich.
Yeah.
But what is it really?
We call it chibum.
This is no ordinary sandwich. This is an egg sandwich done the Ghanaian way.
It's well known and documented that a flat sandwich is much more delicious than a big, thick sandwich.
Listen to this.
Yep.
Welcome to Emanuela's Spot, where the omelets are packed to the brim with a colorful medley of fresh vegetables and the spicy kick of chilies. Grab some bread and give it a good smack with whatever tool you have laying around.
Do you know what she used? It's like a paper towel dispenser you put on your counter.
yeah.
She
Oh,
used that
wow.
to pound our
Yeah.
sandwiches. I like it. Cheers. Oh, that's nice. This might replace kebabs as the best junk food. I underestimated the bread. I thought, it's just some cheap bread. It has a nice elasticity to it. And then when she pounds it down, it gets kind of like thick. It's fun to chew through. I really do love it. The price,
That look like
75
something you
cents.
eat
$100.
like early
Why
in
do
the
you think
morning
food
with
is
a
so
cup of
cheap
coffee.
here?
Because some of these things, we produce them. We have lots of poultry farms here. So eggs are very affordable. That's why we even love eggs.
It's one of my favorite things today. Even though it's probably not a food that represents Ghana on the international stage, it's just yummy. What is the name of this market?
Osu Nice Market.
It's a completely different vibe.
As the sun sets and daylight fades, Ghana's street food scene ignites with newfound energy.
It's the go-to place once you want to have a variety of things in Ghana and you want to do it downtown.
From the classic comforts of grilled and fried treats to food that dares to defy convention, a bold fusion of pasta, beans, and rice. This is a moment for carb lovers to rejoice.
Ghanaians, we love rice. Sometimes I ask myself, are we Chinese? We can eat rice every day.
But before that, a dish that only a true carnivore could appreciate.
Right here on this plate. This time, El Puerco. It's pork.
Domedo, that's what we call it.
This looks and smells amazing.
Pork is rare in Ghanaian cuisine, possibly
got that
because
big
about
old
20% of the
carrying that
population
big- that is
practices
crazy,
Islam.
carrying
But
that
that
around
doesn't
your
stop
head.
Joyce Odame from showcasing the
balance.
roasted pork. That is for folks
It's
who don't mind
outstanding.
being a bit haram.
This is full of spices. The taste notes, you're going to be hitting a variety of things, and it's so good.
Ooh, we're gonna hit more notes than Mariah Carey if she was a pig.
Domedo is usually smoked in a clay oven, then fried upon ordering, but its magic comes from its spice. Marinated with ginger, garlic, onion, chili peppers, and a hint of aromatic cloves and cinnamon. When the domedo is dished up, it's showered with a spice blend including dried cayenne pepper, salt, ginger, ground peanuts, rosemary, and onion powder.
Today we've eaten with so many utensils. Hands,
I know.
spoons. toothpicks. Now, is there a part of the pig that you prefer? Because I saw this stall earlier, and there's just a whole half of a pig head on top of everything. Is that a pretty prized part?
That's the selling point, so that you know that this is what they are selling. Because not everyone eats pork.
They could just write it on a menu, but no, let's go with the animal head.
Yeah, visuals.
The visual.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This is drunk food. It's greasy. It's a bit crispy on the outside. It's so heavy. You can pair that with some onions. I like that. That spice on there is for real. It's like a little Ghana masala.
Yep.
Who do you think is eating this?
Everyone. It's a nighttime food,
Everybody
like a quick
eat.
snack, or something you can just have with beer.
Yeah, it's got to be. Like, the
Yeah.
beer is already carbs.
Yeah.
For such a carb-loving country, when you're drinking, that's when you need the protein.
Definitely.
At last, it's time for the final showdown, an absolute food mountain that sits upon a leaf. The locals call it
I'm not seeing no
chinkafa, and you can
gloves.
find it here at the stall
I
of
know I
Mama
ain't seen nobody
Tisia.
wash their hands. They probably
This
ain't gonna show that,
restaurant's
but
name
everything
is
looks clean.
Anointed Lady. That's not even the best part of this place. Let me tell you what they deal in, as they say. I'm talking parties, weddings, engagements, funerals. That is the full circle of life.
It's a one-stop shop.
You have a restaurant. Do you do weddings and also funerals?
Yes.
Can I ask a direct question? Are people hungrier at funerals or weddings?
Hungry at weddings.
That makes sense. I would have been kind of shocked if you said funerals worked up an appetite.
No.
Alas, our final meal, and it's a big one. This is every food from Ghana.
The climax.
Yes.
Here's how it's made. On a leafy plate, fluffy, perfectly steamed rice forms the base. You can even throw in some boiled red-eyed peas and pasta. To tie all the carbs together, top it with a rich beef stew boasting meat, tender cow skin, and a flavor pop. Coming
Cow
from
skin.
habanero peppers, ginger, garlic, onions, thyme, and a touch of salt.
Would it be fair to say never doubt Africans' abilities to put
$3
spaghetti into random
and
stuff?
58 cents.
Never.
So there's kind of the sauce from the stew, and that
get full.
kind of becomes our spaghetti sauce.
Mix it all up.
I think we work our way up to the beef chunks. There's beans, a little bit of lettuce, habanero. Cheers.
Ready? Cheers.
Oh, wow. That's complicated. Heat, a lot of salt, savoriness. There's something like black licorice in there. Just a hint of
Yeah, maybe just because they really overcook the stew for a long period of time just to get this color and to get it to last. And it can last for 2 days without going bad because
I
of the
believe it.
way it's prepped.
Also, there's a load of salt in there.
Yes.
It's very salty, but this is super delicious. All right, so right here, I got a big old piece of pork skin. Now, here's a question I have. In the U.S., every beef cut has a name. What would you call that?
I don't know what to place this one.
Exactly.
Because we eat every part of the ruminant.
Cheers.
Cheers. So tender.
Well, mine had a lot of skin on it.
Oh,
I like it though. It's way too salty, but it's delicious.
I agree.
So the protein is a bit more soft, a little bit more tender. The skin is a bit
Yeah,
more
I
thick,
think so, yeah.
a little tough, but in a fun way. I like the skin, but when you get them together in one bite, your mouth gets confused.
Yes, yes.
It's
yes.
a mixture of textures, but I love it. Today we've had a little bit of everything. Everything from an egg sandwich to beans made cool with branding, calling it something like gobe. But then we really had some complicated dishes. There's this, there's a titset, and those really had impressive culinary merit
Yeah.
and an incredible depth of flavor. Either I've never had African food like that before, or my brain and tongue are just picking up on how good it can be. And I certainly think foods like that have not gotten enough credit. For you, where do you hope Ghanaian food will end up on the map?
Business owner, managing your team feels like constant chaos? With Connect Team, you get a lot.
Internationally in the future.
I want Ghana food to be projected internationally where we are known for something, like in ways how hamburger is to Germany and pasta is to Italy. At the moment Ghana comes to mind and you're thinking food, and then it's jollof for me because it's been an ongoing battle between Sierra Leone, Ghana, Nigeria about who makes the best jollof. But this jollof is different. This is the moment of truth.
This is tough.
Let your heart speak.
How about I say it this way? I've had jollof in 2 countries, and
Ask you.
look at the time. Yeah, we better get going.
Hungry for more fun food videos? Join me at More Best Ever Food Review Show, a channel that's unfiltered, raw, half the quality, and twice the fun.
Could you walk away and come back? Oh, look, the server.
Subscribe now and you probably won't regret it.
This is every food from Ghana.
The climax.
Not premature whatsoever. It's perfectly timed, like always. You ever eat this before clubbing?
Definitely, I think you need the energy.
Right. So
Yeah.
you can do good dance moves for hours.
Well, no one eats gobe after 5 or 6.
I'm just saying. Pop an ecstasy. Eat a gobe.
Whoa.
You're good
And
for
you're
the
good.
night.
Don't do drugs.
Yeah.
Solid.
No,
But you will
do
be
not
thirsty.
do that.
Definitely.
It seems like running a restaurant would be a lot more stressful. You have to worry about inventory, ordering stuff, hiring
Overhead
people,
costs.
firing people.
Yes, on the spot. I hire and fire.
On the spot.
It's so refreshing.
It's so refreshing. I don't think I've sweat more ever than today.
This is the hottest country you've been to so
One
far?
time I got locked in a sauna for 6 hours. I almost died. I sweat more today. To make it healthy, she put salad inside.
Balanced diet.
I have no idea what you said.
Balanced diet.
Oh, balanced diet. I thought you said Palestine. I'm like, gee, let's not talk about it. Boom, guys, that is the end of video number 1 here in Ghana. I want to say a huge thank you to Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi is a restaurateur. She's also a content creator. Instagram is her main platform, and you can
Shout out
find
to
her
Chi-Chi.
here. Go follow her fun food adventures. She was an incredible host today, and I couldn't have done it without you. I feel like I learned so much about Ghana, the food, and my gosh, I gotta try your jollof rice. In
I
fact,
cannot wait.
let's do that in the next episode.
Yes.
Anyways, that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Happy.
So one thing I want to say is, yeah, African food is definitely something I want to try. Shout out to all my African brothers and sisters out there. What I noticed is I really didn't see nobody wearing gloves, but I also didn't see no flies, and I noticed that the environment and everything from them cooking and preparing dishes, it just looks clean. It honestly does. So yeah, definitely got to react to more videos like this. I do appreciate y'all for watching. And with that being said, y'all have yourself a blessed day. Till next time.